So in your line of work, you obviously have had the opportunity to travel quite a bit and see a number of budding cultures. What, in your experience, has been the most memorable hotel experience and why?
And yes, of course, I have a lot of stories, and I've seen lots of great things. And I would like to share with you a couple of stories and like very simple things that really make the difference. Because I mean, sometimes it's so easy when you, I mean, to do something very big and very extreme when you know the guest or when you know that guest is a VIP or something. But I think that what really matters and makes the difference is when you do small things and those things that you can do to everyone. So, for example, when I was arriving at one of our hotels in Europe, and when I arrived at the hotel, the person who opened the car door for me already welcomed me by my name, "Welcome, Mr. Rocco." And from that moment on, everyone in the hotel welcomed me by my name, and until I got to check in and until I got to the room, and that was like just amazing. How do they do that? And again, it's something, I mean, of course you have to research, you have to know the person who is arriving, you have to have the picture and share with everyone, but it's certainly something that you can do, not necessarily with every guest, but there are other ways as well that you can use to learn the guest's name and use that in a consistent way. And that's something that wows people, because people are not necessarily expecting that when you walk out the car or you walk into the hotel, people will be calling you by name. Okay. Another very simple example at another hotel I was staying at, and I was going out for dinner with a friend, and so I bought flowers for that friend, and I left the flowers on my bed, so waiting until time for dinner and bring the flowers. And when I got back to the room, the flowers were in a vase with a little note saying, we thought that it would be nice for the flowers to be in the vase waiting for you, or something like that. So again, it's showing that really attentive, personal and caring service.
It's gone the extra mile.
Exactly, and something very simple and that anyone could do. But I mean, they just thought of it and anticipated my needs and the flowers' needs, of course, and the flowers were very happy. And just another story, and that didn't happen to me, but I heard a guest at another of our hotels, a guest who was staying with children, and the last day of their trip, the children asked her mom, "Mom, can we bring Elizabeth?" And Elizabeth was a server in the restaurant, "back home with us."
Okay.
And so that really shows what kind of service we are delivering and what kind of culture we are creating. So that server was so attentive and so caring with the kids and the guests that one kid was asking her mom, "So can we bring her back home?" So again, I think that those are simple stories and simple examples that show what kind of a service we want to create. And I'm talking about Westin, about the brand I represent. But this is really the things that we want to create and make sure that all of our staff understand that their role is much bigger than just serving breakfast or making the room or checking someone in, but it's really about making that person feel special and making something special for them.
And like Elizabeth, obviously, she managed to make that emotional connection with those kids.
Exactly.
And so, as I say, it's building a brand is one person at a time.
Exactly, and you can imagine the stories that mom and those kids are going to tell back home.
About Elizabeth.
Exactly.
Well done to Elizabeth.